I've been wrong. I've been wrong. I've trusted people that I felt like they were gonna, fulfill what they were saying to me, and realized that, hey, that's not quite true. There were some sales techniques or some upfront language that did not fulfill in real life. I've also had relationships where I see that the person has, or partnerships, I see the person has, the best intent at heart, but they're going through something, right? So being able to work through that with somebody is also part of it. Gut feeling is never wrong. I do believe that. I guess, what does it look like, let's say, fast forward 54 months down the road? You've been debt servicing, the second mortgage and first mortgage position this whole time. Now it's time to close. Yes. What does that look like for you at that point?
Yeah, so then I'm gonna go seek first strategy, go seek financing. Hopefully in 3 years' time, mortgages, they're never gonna go back to the crazy 2% or 3% we saw. But even that comes down 2 points, let's say. We're looking on the mid or low fives. It's still very good, because at that point, without the debt, but my mortgage is much lower and I have a higher valuation. So then I do the refinance. I literally pay off the first position, second position line of credit. And now is my corporation carry on that project. And then year 10, that's when I'm cashing out all this equity that's been built. For strategy number one, let's say that the mortgages, they are not where we want to be. So remember that the seller is still in the position. So then you can sit down to another conversation. When I bought from you this property, it was 2.5. Now this property is worth 3.2. And you get a better rate if you just refinance the existing mortgage than I'm getting a completely brand new mortgage. Do you want to be my partner on this deal right now? The guy C took the money already, super happy, maybe, right? But that's my second exit strategy. Third exit strategy, well, the guy just went out. The rates, they're not where it should be, but the property is an amazing location. Let's sell the property. Let's sell the property, everybody gets paid. I'm getting paid now, I will be getting paid again, right? So that's the third strategy. And then the fourth strategy, then I can bring a qualifier if my business is not qualifying, which is unlikely, because at that point, hopefully my net worth will be in the 8 digits plus, so it will be very easy to do it, I believe. But that's sort of where I have my mind wrap it up. Having these conversations, answer this question: what will happen if? Then you have these 4 scenarios that puts people uneasy, because it demonstrates that I know what I am talking about.
Yeah, and I love that. I do the same thing with our deals. We always have a few possible exit strategies. When people ask me, what is the exit strategy? I'm like, we have options, and we'll have to pick the best option at the time, because we just don't know what that's going to look like 3 years down the road. But there is no lack of options. You mentioned, so the seller's taking 400 now. At closing, you're giving him still a certain, so whatever equity he currently has, that's what you're promising to give him. Some of it is being paid now. The rest of it is promised for closing. Is that correct?
Yes. So I need to pay the realtor. I need to pay myself, and I need to spend some money to do the lower unit, because it's a legal triplex, so it'll be a non-conforming fourplex. So I need also money to finish the lower unit. And that's where I am literally borrowing against the existing equity to do all of that, right? And I'm not getting paid a lot. Like, I'm getting paid like 7K. I mean, but hey.
You need to get paid.
Yes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because the realtors there, because this is one of the biggest concerns. When you pitch this strategy to the agents, I don't even wait for them to ask. I say, and you are also getting paid now. Oh, good. Because that, at the end of the day, that's what they're in the deal for, right? How? And then you show the strategy, and they say, oh, I'm getting paid. This is a win-win. Okay, why? Because the offers that they got, and this building is brand new, they're getting are from investors that are basing their numbers in the current market interest rates. So then is the question of, do I want to be creative and get more than what? Do I want to get paid what I'm asking, or is a new feature, or I just gonna accept an offer that is a low ball, and then he got an offer 1.8, so this is 700,000 below asking, and I'm offering him 200,000 above asking. It's almost like, we're talking about almost $1 million difference. That's a lot of money. And then when you see the strategy, it really will help sellers that are motivated enough. Because one thing is being motivated, the other thing is being desperate. If it's desperate, no, I take whatever money is now. But I'm still giving you 400,000. Yeah, but I have the liability. Yeah, but I have a reputation. Okay, let's do it, right? That's sort of the bottom line. Now, sometimes a new investor will ask, yeah, but I don't have a reputation yet. Okay, partner with Adriana who has a reputation, for example. And her reputation, you gotta pay her well, give her enough equity for her to put her reputation on the line. But literally, that's the conversations that I'm having. Can we partner? So your reputation and my hard work will be in alignment, so you can make it work. And that's how we're getting things done,
I love your intentionality around it all. And I do see the benefit for the seller, because like you said, there are sellers that just need to sell right now. And they're just in a tough spot in the market. You never want to have to sell in a down market. But the reality is some people do. For whatever reason, they do need to sell. This gives them the benefit of not taking a massive loss on their strategy or their exit of their property. Although there's a delayed process here, it gives them that advantage, as well as the ability to have some cash now. Because I feel like that's usually the reason why somebody's selling, they need to cash out. So having some of the cash in hand, delaying that capital gain tax, as well, that's gonna allow them to have more cash in the short term to do their things, and still not take a loss in their property, because they're gonna get that remaining equity in a few years. So I love it. Makes sense.
And I want to ask you as well, because you are a seasoned investor, and I'm always watching you secretly. I'm stalking. I'm joking. I'm not stalking, but I'm following you and I'm following your journey, right? So, what are the key factors that you consider when a new investor, not necessarily newer investor, but like an investor that is new to your investors list, want to partner with you? So, again, what are the key factors that you take in consideration when somebody wants to be a financial partner with you?
So we're talking specifically about financial partners?
Yes. Well, that's okay.
Not managing partners, right? Like financial partners.
It depends, because you have some criteria. But basically, my question is, okay, I know Adriana is a seasoned investor, and I want to get into the game, and I can either be a money partner, or I can be a credit partner, or I can have a deal, whatever it is. What are the criteria that you will establish to accept somebody as a partner?
Yeah, so my process right now in terms of bringing in financial partners is we need to be aligned in our goals. Okay, so I really try to get to know them and find out what are they looking for in investing real estate. What's their expectations? What's really their end goal? Because you'll have people that don't quite understand how it all plays out, and just have like misaligned expectations what to look for, right? Some people may be expecting really high cash flow, and then we have that conversation. This is the expectation of where you're going to be getting. This is where you're making all your gain. This is what the equity gain looks like. If you are looking for high cash flow, these are some different strategies you can implement. We do work with accredited investors, so that just means that they're a bit more savvy. They know what they're doing. They're able to look at our investor package and have an understanding of what that means. Understand that investing has always a level of risk attached to it, even though, as you and I both know, real estate is one of the safest methods to go about and strategies. There is level of risks involved, and what those are. And then it's got to be a trust factor. Like, can we communicate well? Do we feel like energetically aligned? Do our goals aligned? Expectations? we're looking to get the same things done here. I think all those things really what brings us to, and are you sophisticated enough to understand the behind the scenes of something like this? And that's really what I'm looking for on the financial partner side of things. So really, my first discovery call with most investors is just getting to know them. Like you said, we scale back the transactional factor at first because we can talk about the deal after. First, I want to know who you are, what your goals are, and do we align? And once we have some of those questions kind of answered, then we move forward to, okay, let's talk deals and numbers and what else is, how do we get to working together? Would be kind of my strategy there.
Love that. I love that because a lot of times I see in some of the investing communities that people are always looking for the same things. So collaboration, and I actually saw that on one of your Instagram posts, collaboration is better than competition, right? And I keep reminding people, get to know each other. So then instead of being competing, now you're partnering and then get things done. Oh, Sandro, how did you go from 7 to 114? What is that? No, it's collaboration. It's the power of leverage. Leverage the resources that are available, right? Just look to the, like, honestly, just look to the nature and like look to the ends. It's like, you know, like those little details that you see everywhere. I mean, I know some people that know I do my own thing and I don't have any partners. Okay, good for you. I see you at the top, at the top there for like a while. You're just getting there. Why are you saying this? Oh, because when you collaborate, you're putting efforts, combining skills so that you can move faster. Yeah, I love that. And how do you build a team?
Yeah, so the answer there, it's one conversation at a time. I feel like just like you're building a house and you're literally building, one brick at a time. It goes back to relationship, right? You're building it one conversation at a time, one situation at a time. I've had team members that, started working with us, everything, just like a deal too. It's feeling right. It's looking right. I'm getting some right answers. You keep moving forward in that relationship until something doesn't align, if it ever gets to that point, because it's through a situation where you're not seeing eye to eye that you're really going to get a good gauge of who that person is, what their intentions are, what their goals are. Are you actually aligned? Are we actually here for the same reason? Because I will face every situation wanting the best possible outcome for everybody involved. As long as you're walking into a situation expecting that, you will find a way through that situation, right? With respect, with love, with, all the things that we want to have in a work environment. Not everybody has those same intentions. And at some point that's going to come to, the light. And so I will continue to build the relationships that are right. And that could be like from construction to management, partnerships, and I don't like getting into I was going to say in bed, but that sounded a little dirty, in like a marriage, in a long-term committed partnership. For that reason, to get started, I prefer to say, hey, let's do a building together and let's see how we handle that and how that feels and how that's aligned. It did well, amazing. How about we do another one? How about we do another one? And then, that turns into a long-term partnership. If we do one and it doesn't feel right, it just did not go quite what I was expecting, then I already know that's not what I'm looking for. And that gives me a lot of clarity to know, then I know what I'm looking for next because I know what I don't want in a situation. This is why,
Yes, and you mentioned that you try to, we cannot be certain about the future, but you can make some predictions. And you mentioned that you like to have all different. So that being said, how accurate have your predictions been?
That's a good question. I've been wrong I've been wrong. I've trusted people that I felt like they were gonna, fulfill what they were saying to me, and realized that, hey, that's not quite true. There were some sales techniques or some upfront language that did not fulfill in real life. I've also had relationships where I see that the person has, or partnerships, I see the person has, the best intent at heart, but they're going through something, right? So being able to work through that with somebody is also part of it. Gut feeling is never wrong. I do believe that. So having the ability to go with your gut feeling and your instincts with somebody, you got to be really attuned to it, to your own perception and your own ability to perceive a situation correctly. Because we tend to rationalize everything and explain everything. And you feel something immediately, we're like, no, but this person is great and I've heard good things, and I'm going to ignore my immediate feeling. Don't ignore that feeling. If you feel it, then just take a step back. Give yourself some time, have another couple of conversations, and see if the feeling is still there.
Yes, and this is, for me, I was in a conversation yesterday with someone, and I said there are 4 things. So it's not 3. So my mission, my vision, and my values. Because every time that I'm looking to an opportunity or a deal or partnership, whatever it is, I circle back to my mission, my vision, and my values to make sure that they're aligned. And sometimes it's written. It's like, no, this is in my head. No, it's not. It's like, it's right there. Look, no, my example. No, this is a white lie, Sandro. It's like, no, this is not in alignment with my values. So no, there's a non-compromise, right? And then the future, you will thank your,
you would thank your future self.
Yes.
Yes. So the important piece in what you just said is you having enough clarity on what those are. Because I feel like a lot of people don't take enough time to understand. This is why my first conversation with somebody is really questioning them to understand, or sometimes they don't know. I don't really know. I'm like, okay, here's some probing questions to help you gain clarity on what it is that you're actually looking for. What are your values? What is your long-term goal? I've been saying a lot, real estate itself is not the goal. Real estate is the vehicle to your goals. Because people come to I just want to do real estate. I'm like, okay, but why? Like, that is not the goal itself. That is a vehicle to achieve your goals. So what is that goal that you're trying to achieve? Because if you're looking to retire as soon as possible and need really high cash flow to replace your income, but you're getting into a long-term building that's not going to really pay you back anything really, or not a lot of cash flow in 5 years, that's probably not the right investment strategy for you right now. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to be thinking, hey, I can't quit my job. What's happening? I don't like real estate. You just approached it, in the wrong way. And
I love that.
Gaining that clarity and working backwards.
Yeah, and the reason why I absolutely love what I just said is because I dream big. I have massive goals. And very often people, yes, but do not despise the humble beginnings. Do not despise the small little wins, because that's what keeps fuel, is the fuel to keep moving. Because exactly, my dream is so big, so platonic, that you it's my dream, but I'm here watching Netflix, which is nothing wrong with that. But I really like my interaction with people, and they ask me these questions. It's like, yes, dream big, so big that they're laughing for our dreams, but celebrate the small beginnings. Celebrate the small wins, because it's not only wins. You have a lot of learning in this journey, because it's like, you never lose. I never lose. I win a lot, but I learn a lot.
This is always the catch of it all, right? Because all we have is this very present moment. So the journey is it. It's not a final end goal. Although you're moving towards a direction as you're gaining clarity, I allow myself to, and this has evolved for me over time, Sandro, because I used to have really clear 5-year term goals, numbers and statistics, and this is what I want to achieve. I've been evolving over time to give myself flexibility in that, to shift and change as I gain clarity on a daily basis. What is it that I'm seeking? here, because ultimately what I'm seeking is to feel great. I want to be happy, joyful, loving, have an amazing life every day. If I can do that, I'm always achieving my goal every day. And that's my focus. And that's going to allow me to shift everything that I do. And what I experience with that is by taking on that approach, I achieve things way beyond what I could have expected to.
Oh my goodness.
Because you just have this point of attraction into your life of the most amazing things, the most amazing people, the most amazing opportunity, just by focusing on being daily, presently happy and joyful.
Yes. And and one last question that I have for you here, because I made a list of questions for you, but one I have. So what should an investor know that's possibly not obvious to them? So what should an investor know based on your experience? What give to an investor that they probably don't see as obvious, but you wish they knew?
I can think of 10 things, but I'll stick with one. Real estate, I think just like anything else, investing is, you got to tailor the experience to you. It's unique to every person. It's very common for us to look at what everybody else is doing and feel like, oh, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that, I need to go run and do that, and suffer this. I'm missing the words here, but ultimately trying to copy what everybody else is doing and gain clarity on what it is that you want out of investing in real estate, what it is that you enjoy doing, how do you want your business to play out, and then take steps out of that place of intentionality. I've done everything, right? I've done it all, and I'm happy to do it intentionally now.
Preach on, Adriana. Preach on. I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that, because I did a trip recently and I went to Brazil after 6 years. That was a mission trip and made an impact in the way that I see my business. So much so that right now my motto is building wealth with purpose, because other than just be looking to numbers and making, which I still do, I still have my freedom number. But right now, I'm more focused in become a problem solver other than anything else, because then it will give me fulfillment, right? And again, I saw the way that the market was going. It's like, how can I get things done? Oh my goodness, I got my first sale. Who's the best in Canada? The best guy in town. And I went after him. I spent a day with them learning, and they gave me a 300-page books with strategies, templates, like Q&As and everything. And I'm one phone call away. It wasn't cheap, but it was an investment that is already paying off, right? And I'm solving a problem now. Oh my goodness. And then I want people to know Sandro has met the most creative human being that I crossed the path with, because, oh my goodness. But it's not because it's because, my mission, my vision, and my values, they are so in alignment with my purpose that is inevitable, So
I love that. And here you are sharing with everybody else. So that's amazing. Like the value that you give out to everybody, the energy. I know you're a coach, so I know that your students are always raving about you and the energy and love that they get from you. So we appreciate you, Sandro. Thank you so much for coming and joining me today.
Oh man, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share on your platform. You are definitely one of the people that I look up to. It's like, man, when I grow up, I want to be just like Adriana. But it would be hard to beat because I'm not really into the wig.
You gotta grow some hair, maybe a little wig.
But this tenacity, and what amazes me is that you are very kind and you're very sweet, very girly. But then when you start talking, it's like, wow, who is this powerhouse, right? Which also helps me to gauge and see. I'm dealing another dude that I'm working on. The agent is extremely aggressive. And when they was fed up, was on a Zoom call with the seller, with the bank, the agent barking. I lost my cool. It's like, back off. No, like, don't come at me with this aggressiveness and big words. It's not gonna fly, right? And then shift and then afterwards, people are asking me, but why? Wow, what happened? It's like, well, when I'm dealing with Adriana, and then I come somebody like with this approach, talking big words. No, I have like, you know what I mean? Like you have a bar and you set the bar high. So you gotta meet here, otherwise back off. I'm thankful for this platform.
I love that. Thank you. I'm going to put your information there for people to sign up for your investor list and stay up to date with what you're doing and all the amazing strategies. I'm excited about the next couple of years with the opportunities and the learnings and the growth that's going to come out of it. So I'm excited to continue to watch your journey. Call me anytime.
Thank you, Adriana. I appreciate it. And you can find me any platforms: TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest. You just go to the platform /Sandro Canada. You're going to see beautiful face.
Amazing. Thank you, Sandro. We'll see you soon.
I see you at the top.